And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us, man. We got a good one here today. The Packers trying to bounce back again after a loss against the Eagles last week in one of the worst games we have seen this season and probably in a long time. So hopefully the Packers offense can get going here. Hopefully they can score more than 7 points. And for that Packers defense, hopefully they can keep it going, man. They had a great game against the Philadelphia Eagles, only giving up 10 points in 4 quarters against the defending Super Bowl champions. Unfortunately, despite giving their offense many chances throughout that game to try to win it, they were not able to kind of finish it off. But hopefully they can continue against the Giants here, who will be without Jackson Dart, their starting rookie quarterback. And instead of Russell Wilson taking over, it'll be the third stringer leapfrogging Russell Wilson, and that'll be Jameis Winston, the former Cleveland Brown, former first overall pick for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it should be a good one. Hopefully Jameis can bake up a few turnovers for the Packers defense here. And we got Capman. What's going on, Dave? If you see hearts on your screen, it shares out to YouTube to send to people. Oh, sweet, man. Heck yeah. Thank you. Captain, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you. Heck yeah. But if you're just joining us, first off, thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Helps out the video, helps out the channel. Plus, it's a great free way to support the channel as well. So thank you so much. It looks like we're about to get underway here at the Meadowlands. Yeah, there's a little bit of Mike Kafka actually is taking over for the fired Brian Dable. So he will be the interim head coach for the foreseeable future in New York. All right, looks like the Giants will get the ball here. And it's not Brandon McManus. It is Haverisk who is kicking it off. Brandon McManus is actually inactive for this game. So it looks like either the injury is taking longer for McManus to heal from, or the Packers are basically saying, all right, we've tried it. It has not worked, and now we're going to turn over to the young guy and see if he can get our special teams unit back on track. All right, so Winston with this offense coming out to the 35 here, so decent field position for this Giants offense. Once again, Jackson Dart is not playing. He is out with a concussion. And now it is Jameis Winston under center. Single back in the backfield, single receiver to the right. Hands it off to that right side, and this Packers defense stopping him up for a gain of just 1. And there is Micah Parsons there, first man there. Micah is 8-0, a perfect 8-0 against the Giants throughout his career. David! I have Bears and Vikings and Bucks at Bills. I picked Packers, Bills, Vikings to win. So, blah. Right on, my man. Appreciate you. Thank you for pumping in here, my man. And another run up the middle. This one good for about 3, maybe 4 down to the 40. And that was Tyrone Tracy, who has been the kind of the on and off #1 running back since Scadaboo was injured a few weeks ago. Him and Devin Singletary have been kind of sharing the load in the backfield there. All right, we got 3rd and 5 here. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his left, single receiver on that left side. Packers with 4 on the line. Winston with time, throws it over the middle, and he finds a wide open, I think that is Wan'Dale Robinson, the slot receiver, and that is the former man out of Kentucky. Woo, just running a great deep crosser there on the right, towards the right sideline, and once again was open. Captain, you're going to love Week 12. There's in Houston. It's Bills versus Texans. Ooh, that should be a good one, man. Good defense over there in Houston, and the Bills, man, they can put up points. Should be a good one. It's going to be a swing pass to the right, and that'll pick up about 3 yards for the Giants. Once again, Tracy with a nice little catch and run. Dahlia, let's go, Pack. Absolutely, let's go. Let's get back on the winning track here. 2 consecutive losses for the Packers. That doesn't typically happen with Matt LaFleur's teams. All right, 2nd and 6. Ball at the 36 of Green Bay. Another handoff, delayed handoff, and it'll be a nice run up the middle, picking up about 8 yards. Tyrone Tracy. With a decent run against one of the best defenses against the run in Green Bay, man. They have been phenomenal. Able to hold one of the best backs in the NFL last week, Saquon, to under, I think, it might have been actually under 70 yards rushing. All right, 1st and 10, ball to 28. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his left. Takes the snap. Pressure, gets it out, and in and out of the hands of his tight end. That was a heck of a job there by, it was Valentine there, closing the window, and then who else was there? I'm trying to see here. It might have been Edgerrin Cooper. It was. Woo! Carrington Valentine nearly got his first interception of the season. 2nd and 10. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right. I like what the Giants are doing, man. They're keeping the tempo high. They're not wasting too much time. Wide open over the middle to the 15, to the 10, and down to the 7. And the Giants have a 1st and goal inside the 10. Just massive gaps over the middle, man. That is the 2nd big catch for the Giants on this drive. And then Dahlia, such a bad time to have a Packers game. I have so much work to be done. Oh, man, I do like when the Packers play a little bit later on the weekends. Run. He's got some room. He's going to get it down to the 5, so a pickup of about 3. And that was the former Buffalo Bill, Devin Singletary, with the run. Second and goal. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his left. Robinson in motion. Another delayed handoff to Kerner to the right. And touchdown, New York. That is a heck of a offensive drive there for the Giants. Devin Singletary getting the Giants on the board on the opening drive. Yeah, this Packers defense looks exhausted, man. And the kick is up, and that is Younghoe Koo, who was actually cut from Atlanta about a month ago after spending 7 seasons as their starting kicker. And now he is with the Giants, and he's been having some success, man. Giants up 7-0 on the opening drive, getting in the end zone with Devin Singletary on the ground. David, I did yard work yesterday. I mowed the backyard after raking leaves in the front. Then replaced the section of the picket fences, cutting the dog window. Oh, heck yeah, man. Woo! Dude, that sounds like a productive Saturday right there, my dude. Heck yeah. I'm not gonna lie, man. I remember like raking leaves as a kid, man. It was honestly it was a lot of work because it took forever. But once you were done, man, you had a big giant pile of leaves, and as long as you knew what was underneath it, I would just jump in, man. Captain Devin was former Texans, actually. Uh, Devin Singletary. So he was a Houston Texan, but he was drafted by the Bills in the third round back in 2019. He spent 4 seasons with the Buffalo Bills, his first 4 seasons. Then he was with the Texans back in 2023, and now the last 2 years he's been with the Giants. So we are both correct. Has been back week 13. Bass will be back in week 13. Oh, okay, right on. Heck yeah. Yeah, man, Bass, he's, that injury must have lingered a lot longer because there was talks of him coming back at the end of September, maybe the middle of October. I mean, we're in the middle of November, and it's still going to be, looks like it's going to be a few more weeks before he comes back. Also, you said cutting a dog window in one of the fences. That's pretty cool, man. I don't think I've ever heard like having a little window for the puppers to kind of peek through. It's kind of cool. I like that. All right, Giants kicking it away to Green Bay. They'll catch it right at the 11, across the 20, 25, and get stopped up. Oh, he goes backwards, and is going to lose a couple yards back, probably near the 25. Oof, that is a rough special teams performance there by Rich Bisaccia's group. Just basically getting blown up. McCole Hardman is now a Bill. Used to be with KC. Yeah, man. McCole Hardman, that was actually, he spent this past offseason and preseason with Green Bay, and he got cut on the final, basically the final roster cut there in August. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 25. Jordan under center, fullback, running back in the backfield, and the ball is okay. I thought there was a fumble there. I think they're gonna get the Giants for jumping off sides. Nice. Love able to get the Giants to jump off sides and get a couple free yards there. 1st and 5 coming up for the Packers. Never mind, you can't see the hearts because you have to be monetized. We'll get there. We'll get there. Running up the middle there. Jacobs with some tough yardage, and he picks up about 7 or 8 in a first down for the Packers, getting it across the 35. David J. Allen almost got sacked in the end zone. He threw it, shovel pass, and got intercepted. No, come on. Man, I got Haley's got to talk to him, man. He's been a little off. All right, the wife's got to talk to him. Get him refocused. All right, little play action. Jordan looking, throws it underneath, and that'll be incomplete. That is Brian Burns able to get a hand on the ball to bat it away. Holy cow, man. We got 7 people watching. Let's go, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe on the video as well, man. It helps out the video, helps out the channel a ton. But I appreciate you. All right, Jordan in the shotgun, 2nd and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. Gets it out to Jacobs on the swing pass to the right. He's got some room. He's tiptoeing down the right sideline, and that might have picked up a first down. We'll see if he stepped out of bounds. And from the looks of it, that is going to be a huge catch and run by the former Alabama product there. Oh, wow. Did he seriously not step out of bounds? All right, we got 9:12 left in the first, and it looks like Kafka is going to throw the challenge flag, saying that Jacobs might have stepped out of bounds before getting the first down. Oh, he might have. Let's see here. No. From the looks of it, man, from at least the angle that they were showing, and it was a decent angle, I think Jacobs was able to keep all of his footsteps in bounds and picked up some big yardage. Let's go. All right, we're gonna go to a commercial break here, but all right. David, Bucks got a field goal. Let's go, man. Buccaneers, man, they've been dealing with some of the, I think, their toughest part of their schedule this season, and you can tell, man, they've been struggling a little bit on offense. I think the last time we saw them on the channel was that Patriots game last week. By the end of the final score made it seem like it was a lot closer than it was. I think the Patriots had basically control of that game from basically the end of that second quarter, man. After that, they just never really looked like they were going to be losing that one. My socks have stegosauruses on them. Their body looks like a taco. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Where'd you get the socks? All right, while we have a little bit of time here, let me talk about some offensive stats for these two teams. So coming into this game, the Packers averaging 237 through the air. That's good for ninth in the passing game. And then they're on the ground, need to be doing better. They have gotten better. Most of these rankings are kind of affected by their first month and a half, where they really were struggling to get yardage. But they've been averaging 112 yards on the ground with a combination of Josh Jacobs and Emmanuel Wilson. Sorry, almost forgot his name. But they're still ranked 20th, still struggling. In terms of turnovers, they've been actually doing a pretty good job. Only 4 fumbles, 3 interceptions. They are still in that top 10 in terms of avoiding penalties offensively. And then finally, they have 24 offensive touchdowns, good for basically the middle of the field. And Jordan running, throws it down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. It was a first down run, catch and run by Jacobs, so the Giants will lose a timeout there. Looks like Jordan was trying to catch this defense off guard here, taking a quick snap. All right, we'll get back to the stats here in a little bit once this drive's over. Hopefully it ends in the end zone. All right, ball at the 48 of the Giants. Jordan in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Quick throw to the outside, gets it out to Lucas Musgrave, and that's either going to be a drop or a fumble. Either way, not a good play by the third-year tight end. Titans going to get crushed. Oh, they probably will. The Titans have not been a good team for most of it, for most of the season. 2-1 today in overtime. Hey, there we go. The Miami Dolphins, man, they are looking good. They're fighting for their coach, man. They are fighting for their coach. Either that or they're fighting for their jobs next year. Either way. 3rd and 11. Jordan, pressured, throws down the field. He's got a man. No! in and out of the hands of Romeo Doubs, and that's just another drop by one of these receivers in Green Bay, man. They are just, whew, man. They were struggling early in the season with drops. They had a couple good weeks, and yep, Romeo not looking that one in, already looking where he was going to run, did not secure the catch. That was a heck of a throw by Jordan Love, man. That was great pocket movement, great delivery, and I mean, it's just you just have to catch that, man. There is nobody near you. If you catch that, it's a first down and a lot more. That's a tough one for Romeo Doubs. All right, Packers punted away, and the Giants will get back on offense here. When we come back, we got 8:10 left in the first. David, my sister gave me this. Oh, there we go. Heck yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. As I've gotten older, man, getting clothes a little bit of a better gift than anything else, man. Cause like I don't know about you, man, but I hate shopping for clothes. I'm just like, oh God, is it gonna fit? Is it? I was like, it's just, plus it's expensive too. Jeez. So yeah, man. Always good to get clothes, man. All right. While we're on a commercial break, let's once again finish up talking about these offensive numbers. So for the Packers, once again, they have 24 offensive touchdowns, 11 on the ground, 13 through the air. They are smack dab in the middle of the NFL when it comes to those touchdowns offensively. And then finally, when it comes to that last number, that last statistic, that is actually scoring drives, SCR, scoring percentage. How many of their drives are ending in scores? And right now, the Packers, they are averaging 43.3 coming into this game. Unfortunately, after that drive, it'll drop down a little bit, but that is good for 10th in the NFL. So still one of the better offenses in the NFL at coming away with points, whether that's a field goal or a touchdown on offensive drives. So something to look out for. Hopefully, unfortunately, it seems like that trend for the Packers is going down. Once again, hopefully they can kind of get going here against a very bad Giants defense. And then offensively for the Giants, starting right here at the top, passing defense, passing offense, they're putting up 210 on through the air. Jackson Dart has been kind of putting up obviously better numbers than Russell Wilson did the first couple of weeks, so I think that's helping along the way. But still, Jackson Dart was he wasn't a guy that was throwing for 250, 300. He was definitely a running quarterback that was helping that offense kind of move the ball. And then finally, right here running, they're averaging a 123 on the ground, good for 11th. So averaging more than the Packers offense right now. And a lot of that obviously has had to do with the way Jackson Dart has been able to run. When Cam Scadaboo was healthy, they were able to get something going. And they've only had 10 turnovers, good for 14th, not too bad. 6 interceptions. So we'll get back to those in a little bit here. Winston under center. Single back in the backfield. Ball at the 15. Running, and he's got some room, and he will pick up about 5 or 6. Once again, that is Devin Singletary finding some success. Oh, we got a late flag. Sorry, I got something in my eye here. My goodness. Oh, there's 2 fouls, both on the Giants, and it'll be an illegal block, and that'll wipe away that decent run there by Singletary. All right, it'll be first and 17, ball at the 7-yard line. Winston under center, single back in the backfield. Delayed handoff, running right up the middle, and he'll get it down near the 12. Singletary, man, with a heck of a run, man. Running hard. There we go. I like it. Steve! Holy cow, I've been missing a bunch of things. Come on, Green Bay. I mean, New York are not in their best form right now, and are so losing to them is a bad look. It would be a bad look 100% if the Packers do not get a win tonight. David, I gave my wife a list of birthday ideas. New eye protection for doing yard work. There we go. A ladder stabilizer. Always got to have safety first, man. 2nd and 13. Winston throws it to the right, and that'll pick up another 3 or 4 yards down near the 15. A new hand job because being a responsible adult is boring. Absolutely, 100%. Once you reach a certain age, it's no longer about like the cool stuff. It's like, what do I need that is going to be convenient for the stuff that I got to do either around the house or just in life. That's what it becomes about, man. 3rd and 9, a ball at the 15. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right. This will be a huge play for the Giants. In and out of the hands of Carrington Valentine. How many times is Carrington nearly gonna get an interception, man? He had 2 chances last week. I'm pretty sure he had at least 1 really good opportunity the week before that, and now again, dude, just in and out of his hands. Wow, man. Well, it's gonna be 4th down either way, but that would have been a massive turnover for this Packers defense. All right. Punt is away. It's not going to be a great one. And it'll be down near the 38. So the Packers only need a 1st down, and they'll be close to midfield here. So, Captain, if you're joining via recommend by YouTube, please hit the like button. Absolutely, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. David, if you joined via notification, hit the like button. There we go. And David at Chicago, Minnesota, 0s all across the board. Hopefully that stays that way. Hopefully they just tie. Neither of those teams need to win. And Allen ran it in for a TD. Let's freaking go. That's what I'm looking for right there, Josh. Come on. Get it together, Josh. Come on. All right, let's finish up talking about the offensive stats here. Boom. And then in terms of turnovers for the Giants, they've actually been pretty solid through the first 9-10 games that they have played. Only 10 turnovers, not too bad. A good chunk of those did come when Russell Wilson was the quarterback. Jackson Dart, for the most part, has been a pretty consistent quarterback in terms of not turning the ball over. So pretty good. For the Giants, man, 13 passing touchdowns, 13 rushing touchdowns. Obviously, they scored a rushing touchdown in this game. But they've been pretty good, man. 12th in the NFL in terms of offensive touchdowns. So pretty darn good. And then finally, when it comes to success rate per drive, when it comes to coming away with points on their drives, only just under 38%. Only good for 20th. So definitely something that you want to see improve, especially as the team gets maybe hopefully a little bit healthier with Jackson Dart throughout the final month and a half of the NFL season. And we'll see what they can do in this game. All right. There we go. All right, looks like we're coming back here, about to see the Packers back on offense, man, after a pretty disappointing opening drive where it looked like they were going to get something going, and then a couple bad throws, and then a drop on 3rd down, which could have picked up a big 1st down. All right, Jordan under center, ball at the 38, 1st and 10. It's going to be a toss to the left. Jacobs with some room, and he will pick up about 5 or 6 there near the 44. So when Bass returns, he will only kick field goals, and Prater will do the kicking of the game like kickoffs and turnover. Okay. Gotcha. Is that just for a little bit until Bass can kind of get fully healthy, or is it more of just like we like Prater, we like what he can do? All right, 2nd and 5, orbit motion. Jordan with a keeper, and he slides about a yard shy of the first. So it'll be 3rd and 1 near the 47 here. David, Bass is gone fishing. Yeah, one of my favorite teachers when I was growing up in middle school. He was my English teacher. All right, hold on. Jordan in the shotgun, hand off to Jacobs, and he will barely be able to pick up a first down. Gets about 2 there. It's gonna be down near the 49. Captain, oh, okay, right on. But yeah, he was retiring at the end of the year when I was in middle school, and I wanted to give him a gift, and I bought a. He was a big fisherman, like he had a bunch of fishing stuff in his classroom, and I bought him a little sign that he could hang up on his front door, that said, "Have gone fishing. We'll be back," and he could write like he can kind of adjust the time that he would be coming back. All right, we got 1st and 10. Jordan in the shotgun. Ooh, nice little end around there. Going to the right side. He's to the 40, to the 35, and that is going to be a big run for Bo Melton there, man. I like that they're getting Bo involved on offense, man. It just hasn't been really working out on defense. He's barely played. I think he's had maybe less than a handful of defensive snaps. And at this point, you gotta find guys that are making plays on offense. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. Jordan under center. Jordan 1 of 4 for negative yardage there. Play action. Jordan with some time finds his tight end, who is just going to end up dropping that one. Was that Fitzpatrick? Who was that? Yes, it was. So far, the Packers have more drops than they have completions in this game. And to add insult to injury, the Packers get a penalty on Rasheed Walker. I don't know. Is that after the play or is that during the play? Looks like it's going to be a holding call, so 1st and 20 coming up. Packers back at the Giants 44. All right, Jordan in the shotgun, running back to his left. Takes the snap. Looking. Running out of time. Gets out of a sack. He's going to run, and he takes a hit, but picks up about 3 yards there. Whew. Yeah, Jordan is going to head to the sidelines. He looks like he's fine, but it looks like they're going to check whether he has a concussion or it might have been actually a shoulder. Yeah, he got a helmet right to that left shoulder, man. This is not good. Captain, they're keeping Prater for backup. Okay, Packers have a tough game next week. They do, man. They're going to be in the heart of their schedule at this point. And Malik Willis is under center, and the Packers are going to take a timeout here. David, Minnesota field goal. Come on, Minnesota. You're not supposed to be scoring points here, man. You're supposed to be just punting the ball away. Steve, come on, Falcons. Beat the Panthers. Chris, what's going on? Chris Lasso. What's going on, brother? How you doing? How you doing? Good afternoon, brother. Hey. How was your weekend, Chris? Also, dude, Miami, man. What's going on with Miami? They're killing it right now, man. And then David, I think Tennessee is winning. All right, Malik Willis in the shotgun, running back to his left. Two receivers stacked up on that right side. 2nd and 16. It's going to be a handoff. Emmanuel Wilson with a good run, getting it down near the 31, and that's a gain of 9. So you got the backup running back and now the backup quarterback in there as well. Yeah, if you're just joining us, Jordan Love has headed to the locker room. What looks like a left non-throwing shoulder injury. He took a helmet right to that shoulder when he was running the ball just a few minutes ago. So right now Malik Willis is the starting quarterback, or I should say the quarterback for the Packers. Keeping this one to the right. He picks up a first to the 20, and Malik Willis with a great run before going out of bounds at the 16. First down, Green Bay. Nice, man. Nice little option. Could have handed it off to the running back up the middle. Instead, keeps it, runs to the right, has some great blocking by the tight end, Wiley, and picks up a first down. All right. Chris Lasso, so far so good. Hey, that's what we like to hear, man. That's what we like to hear. All right, 1st and 10, ball to 16. Hand off to Jacobs. He cuts up field, spins out of a tackle, and he will pick up about 5 yards down to the 11. All right, Captain, playing Minnesota Vikings. The Bills play Rodgers next week. That should be hopefully a good one, man. The Bills defense is not the best, so hopefully that'll give Rodgers and that Steelers offense a chance to kind of put up points just to make it interesting. All right, we still have 42 seconds left in this first quarter here. What's going on here? All right, we got 2nd and 4. Oh, okay. They moved the time up here, so 52 seconds. Packers have run 8 plays, all of them on the ground for 52 yards. There we go. 2nd and 4. Willis under center. Jacobs in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Gets it out to this tight end. He's to the 5. He picks up a first, and that is Fitzpatrick with a nice catch there on the flat, and that'll be 1st and goal right at the 5 for the Packers. Nice little rollout there to the left. All right. Steve. Sad Green Bay, Dallas will have Eagles and Kansas City back. They are not alone. That is true. Captain Prater missed the extra point. Oof. No good. All right. And the Packers let this one go down to zeros, and we're going to head to the second quarter with the Packers knocking on the door for their first touchdown of the game. Jordan Love is out of the game right now. He was running to the locker room. Malik Willis is the quarterback under center right now. So if you're just joining us, Seastrom! Full disclosure, if the Packers don't win this game, I don't think they're making the playoffs. The math doesn't look great. The schedule gets tougher from here, and they have no momentum. It's true, man. I still think they'll make the playoffs. Unfortunately, it's just getting tougher and tougher, man. Like there's a good chance the NFC West is going to have 3 teams in the playoffs. You got the Eagles there. Dallas could make a deep run if they can get healthy and if that defense can start performing. The Vikings are kind of in that mix, even though they're dead last in the NFC. Obviously, Detroit is probably going to be there. The Chicago Bears are looking like a really dang good team, which pains me to say, but they're right behind. They're right ahead of the Packers and just behind Detroit. Who else? Granted, the Buccaneers might be the only team from the NFC South that makes it, but still, that's plenty of competition. The Packers do not look like a team that could, based on what they did last week, they're not looking like they can just beat the teams that are kind of ahead of them at this point easily. So, Seastrom, they would need to win, 5 of the last 7, most of those against division rivals. It's very true. Anyways, good morning. Rooting for you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. A win here helps a lot. It does. I think they need to win at a minimum I think so. I think you're right, man. The Packers need to get the double-digit wins. I think that is going to be the bare minimum. I don't think, like I said, so 4 divisions, like the division title for the NFC North is still have a chance for the Packers, especially if they can win the rest of their divisional games. But it's becoming less and less likely. So you got 4 division winners plus 3 wild cards. At least one of those is definitely going to go to the NFC West, if not 2 of them. So that kind of leaves, like, who's going to go? It's just, I don't know, man. The Packers just need to win. They control their destiny. All right, 1st and goal, Willis under center. Hand off to Jacobs. He's going to find some room, and he gets in. Is that a touchdown? Come on. Give it to me, baby. Oh, wow, they're marking him off at the 1. Come on. Steve, the wild card race is entertaining in both divisions. That is true, man. That is true, man. Both the AFC and the NFC, man. They look like they have some good teams. Jacobs with a run, and he gets blasted for a loss of 1, and now it is 3rd and goal from the 2. Just terrible blocking there by the tight ends, man. The Packers are missing Tucker Crafts. All right, 3rd and goal. If you're the Packers, you got to go for it here on 4th down. Play action. Gets it out and touchdown! Christian Watson. What a freaking throw by Malik Willis, man. That was in tight coverage, kind of over the middle. And it was tight coverage too, man. The defender nearly able to get to that one. But a heck of a delivery, man. Packers on the board at the top of the 2nd quarter here, man. Willis also taking a hit as he threw. Seastrom, this season, as wild as it's been, I'm seeing both conferences turning into a dogfight of 8, 9 to 10 win teams near the last couple of weeks. I agree. Yeah, this is one of those seasons where I think you're going to have to... I don't think any team that with 9 wins is going to be able to... Oh, no. And Haverisk missing the extra point, and the Packers are still trailing because of it. Damn. Well, everybody that was saying that McManus needs to be cut or benched, well, you got your wish, and now Haverisk has missed an extra point. No good. Like more teams in the middle than usual. 100%. 100%, man. It's been competitive, man. There's only like two or three like teams that are at the top. You know, obviously with 2 losses, you got the Broncos, the Colts, the Eagles, but everybody else, definitely with more losses. There's only 2 or 3 teams with 2 or less wins. Like, it's competitive, man. It's very, very competitive, which I like. I think that makes it less predictable of who's going to be able to just come away with a victory. And that was a bullet. Dahlia, that is correct, man. There was some sauce on that last throw there by Malik Willis. Tuned in from 30 feet in the air. I am on a flight. Holy cow. Bad part is TVs are like a whole minute behind. Yep, that sounds about right, man. But Chris, I appreciate you, man. Holy cow. What's if you don't mind me asking, what's the trip, my man? Where are we heading off to? The Bahamas? Europe? Australia? Captain Bucks responds with a TD to the Bills. Ooh. That game is sounding competitive right now, man. I like it. I like it. Seastrom, I hope y'all aren't turning into what it is. The 2023 Cowboys with our kicking woes at the end of the year. Regular season, it was bad. I know, man. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to Haverisk. He hasn't played a game in a month, and this is literally his first miss. He had been perfect in extra points. He had been perfect in field goals. At the end of the day, as long as he makes his field goals, we should be good. You know, if you miss another extra point or two throughout the season, well, okay, maybe. But just don't. I'd rather miss 1 point than 3 points. Chris, no, nothing that crazy. Work trip, South Carolina. Ah, there we go. Heck yeah, dude. South Carolina is looking. It must be amazing right now, in my opinion. I've heard that unless it's like, and now we got Josh Jacobs heading into the locker room. The heck is going on here, man? All right, Packers kicking this one away, caught inside the 5, returned to the 15, to the 20, and upended at the 18. And Mosby is down on the ground, his left shoulder. He is writhing in pain right now. He made a heck of a tackle. Looks like he hit Banks right in the hip, so probably a little bit of a bone on bone. Yeah, so Aaron Mosby down on the ground right now, holding that left shoulder. Dang, dude, the Packers are getting beat up right now. David, that field sucks. Oh, absolutely, man. It has. I mean, the list of players that have gotten injured against the Giants because of that freaking field, man, is just horrendous. Like, I don't care what the Giants or what the NFL says, those those types of fields, man, there is no give. They're like, no, it's got rubber pellets, and it's like, no, dude, it is not the same as running on grass. Is it cheaper to maintain? Of course, that's all these teams care about. That's why they have them. But they are just tearing knees, ankles. Like Cam Scadaboo got hurt. Malik Neighbors tore an ACL. Like How many of your own players do you need to injure before you just say, you know what? We're a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're a billion-dollar organization. We can probably spend a couple $1 million in a season to actually have a proper field. Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous what these teams do that are worth literally billions of dollars. What they do to just save a couple thousand here and there. It's like Jesus, man, come on. Seastrom, David, going to watch the Chiefs today. I am. We will be. The Chiefs will be on the channel today against the Broncos. That'll be the late afternoon game. Did you hear where the Jags may be going next year? Really, Orlando? I thought they were building a stadium over there in Jacksonville, weren't they? Steve, let's effing go. Falcons, keep up the good work, brothers. The Bills suck for reasons that I don't understand. That's fair. All right, David, Tampa Bay 10, Buffalo 14. Let's go. And a passing TD by Josh Allen. Let's go, man. It took a little bit for Josh to get started today. Maybe it was a little bit of a rough morning. Didn't get really good sleep. Maybe the mattress was a little lumpy on one side. And it's gonna be a handoff to the left there. The Giants with the ball here. Let me move the ball over, and that only picks up about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Let's freaking go, man. We got 8 people watching. I appreciate you. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. Helps out the channel, helps out the video. Play action. Winston rolling to his right. Finds a man, and then Wan'Dale Robinson being taken down about 3 yards shy of the first. So 3rd and about 3 coming up. Captain, they have to do stadium work, so that's why they're going to Orlando, Florida. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes more sense. Gotcha. All right, Winston in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks, throws to the right, finds his receiver in the flat, and that'll pick up 4 and a first down. Wait. Are they saying he bobbled it? Okay. So, yeah, he didn't secure the ball all the way to the ground. So, 4th and 3 coming up for the Giants, and they're going to punt this one away. Whew. Not going to lie, the Packers kind of got away with one. Oh, this is a horrible punt. Picked up at the 25, to the 30, to the 35, and Romeo able to bring it down near the 40, and there's a flag on the field, though. Please let it be on the Giants. Nope, it's on the Packers, so that good return by Romeo Doubs will be wiped away. Captain Josh Jacobs has a knee injury. That's fun. Not surprising when you're playing on this field. Steve, the Chargers is the most confusing team that I've watched this season now, at least. Yeah, we've done a couple Chargers games. I think we did one in week 1. I think we've done a total of 3 or 4. They are a weird team, man. Their defense at times looks really, really good, and then at times they just can't stop anybody. Their running game is like night and day. Either they're going to go off for 135 yards, or they're barely going to be able to squeak by with like 37 yards. And I'm talking about usually their running backs. Yeah, they're a weird team, man. I agree. I 100% agree. Let me see you, Captain. Love may be out. He has left with his shoulder. Yeah, yeah, there was that left shoulder. Hopefully he's not out, man. And then, David, Steve, your lock cap is on. Yeah, let me try to get an update here on the injury front. So Josh Jacobs is questionable to return with a knee injury. Not good. And now Jordan Love is questionable to return with a left shoulder. Chris, primarily a soccer field, but the stadium that hosted the Dolphins and Commanders today is grass stored in an underground greenhouse with automated mowers, LED lights, and irrigation. Looks insane. Yeah, man. Over there in Europe, man, they don't mess around with grass. They respect the ground over there. We typically don't, or at least not NFL owners at the very least. All right, we got good news. Jordan Love back on the field here. First and 10. Ball at the 16 after the penalty on the punt return. Hand off to Emmanuel Wilson, and he's going to get tripped up after a gain of 3 down to the 19. The tech there is just needs Team Wellington. Absolutely, 100%. I definitely will, man. No, I remember who was it? Because like I'm a Chelsea fan. I know. It's okay. I think they suck sometimes too. Yeah, dude. They what they do to that grass, man. The way that they upkeep it is insane. Throw it to the left and in and out of the hands of Romeo Doubs again. That is the second drop by Romeo today, and that is the second time he could have caught it for a first down. All right, 3rd and 6, ball at the 19. Jordan in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 2 receivers on that right side. Giants send 4 over the middle, and Christian Watson with a heck of a catch, getting it down near to the 31. First down, Packers. Dahlia, well, damn, this game is all against at every angle. Yeah, man, it's been wild. Right now, Christian Watson, man, he has been the the best receiver that we have today. Even though I think he's only caught 2 passes for 13 yards, but both of them were really tough contested catches on 3rd down. All right, Jordan under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver to the right. Little play action. Jordan looking, throws it down the field, and he's got him. That is Matthew Golden, wide open before going out of bounds, picks up a big first down. And then Captain Madrid, Spain. That's where they played the game this morning, right? Wasn't that that was the first game over there in Spain? España. Nice job, man. All right, ball at the 45 of New York. So Packers in enemy territory. Jordan under center, hands it off to the left there, and Emmanuel Wilson will pick up about maybe 2 yards, if that. Captain Keon Coleman is out today. Yeah, I saw that. Yep. So, I mean, this is going to sound kind of mean, but Coleman typically, it seems like he's really good for one good game a month, and then the rest of the games he's just kind of, he might catch one, may catch three, but nothing big. It seems like Khalil Shakir is kind of the number one option when it comes to receiver on that side, outside of like Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. Throw it to the sidelines, and that'll be incomplete. 3rd and 8 coming up. That was a risky freaking throw there by Jordan Love. And I think you can consider that another drop. That is a Romeo Doubs, the ball going right through his hands. All right, we got 3rd and 8. 2 receivers to the left. Jordan finds a crossing route for Romeo Doubs, and he's going to be very close to a first down. And they're going to give it to him. First down, Green Bay, baby. And we got an injured Giant on the ground. That is a black, number 38. Oh, they're showing a highlight there from that Bucs game. Sean Tucker taking it down the right sideline, and the Buccaneers leading the game 17-14 with 5:37 left in the second quarter, man. Captain, he missed a meeting. That's why he's not playing today. Oh, okay. You can't do that, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's never great to miss meetings, but like, unless you're like, if you're Patrick Mahomes and if he misses a meeting, which he probably wouldn't, but like, yeah, if you're that kind of guy, like you're headed for the Hall of Fame, you miss a meeting, they'd be like, all right, just let it go. We'll talk to him later. But if you're Keon Coleman, man, you are not to that level. You know, you're not Jefferson. You're not St. Brown. You're not a top 5 player at your position, man. You better be showing up to meetings. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 35. Hand off to Wilson, and he will find about 2 yards down near the 33. David Bears TD. Come on, man. Like, who do I want to win? Right now, the Vikings are lower, so that would help out the Packers if they can beat the Bears. That would probably be the only thing I can think of. Captain Corey Black. Yeah, I think that was the player that was down on the ground. 2nd and 8. Love under center. Play action. Rolling to his right. He's got some room. Finds a man to the 20, to the 15, and goes out of bounds near the 12, and that is Romeo Doubs. I think Romeo just had to turn off and unplug and plug back in the hands. I think that's what he forgot to do. He just had to reset the hands. You know, sometimes you just have to do that, man. You know, you unplug them, wait 30 seconds, plug it back in, and they're ready to go. All right, we got 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Jordan under center. Hands it off. Wilson. He's to the 5 and touchdown. Woo! Emmanuel Wilson right up the gut. 12 yards. Nearly untouched. Let's freaking go. All right, I see Romeo there blocking down the field, man. Let's freaking go. All right, extra point. Haverisk missed his first one. And this one, jeez. It's good, but my goodness, man. Oh, I already put up the 13. See, I knew he was going to make it. I never doubted Haverisk for a second. That's why I put 13 right away. I did not forget that the Packers missed their extra point, you know. Dahlia, I totally did not forget that. That was completely on purpose. If anything, I was giving Haverisk the confidence. I was like, hey, man, you're going to make it, dude. Don't worry about it. I already put the points up. Just go out there and kick it. You're all good. Steve, if the Bears win, the Packers lose this game, and somehow the Lions beat the Eagles, that will not be good for Green Bay. Chances, no, absolutely not. I mean, I think even if the Lions lose and the Bears lose and the Packers lose, like the Packers need to win. Simple as that. Does not matter what any other team does, whether it's win or lose. The Packers just need to win. That is how you're going to be able to guarantee yourself a spot in the playoffs. Go on a run. Go on a run. You have to, whether it's this week or whether it's next week, whatever it is, you got to start stringing together wins. Whether it's 3 at a time, 4 at a time, whatever it is, does not matter. Just you have to win consecutive games for a couple weeks. You know, if you win 3, you lose 1, you win 3, that's fine. You can get away with that. But yeah, you can't be going win, loss, or win, loss, loss. You can't. You got to string together wins. Simple as that. Oh, sorry, Captain. Let me see here. Oh yeah, at least McCole Hardman is doing good. He got a 56-yard return earlier today. Hey, there we go. Good job on McCole, man. He was. I was hoping he would stay on the Packers, man. He just didn't really separate himself from the pack of receivers that they already had. And but you could tell, man, like McCole is still a guy that can play in the NFL. He's not going to be a number 2, probably may not even be a number 3, but I think he's still good at returning, like you just showed. And I think he could be your 4th guy. You know, you can probably get some trick plays with him, some end arounds, things like that. All right. Winston under center, hands it off to, I believe that is actually going to be Tracy. He'll pick up 2 yards. This Packers run defense, man, just continuing to have themselves a day. outside of those last few plays on that opening drive for the Giants that scored a touchdown, the running game has not been a factor for the Giants. And we got 2nd and 7, ball at the 34. Another handoff, this one to the left, and it goes nowhere. Oh, no. No, we got a Packer player down on the ground. Why can't we have nice things? Why can't we have nice things? Come on, man. All right, we got 3rd and 7 coming up. Packers defense, come on, man. They have yet to get really any kind of pressure on Jameis today. And they're going to blow this play dead, and I think they're going to get Rashan Gary jumping. Oh, no, it's going to be a false start on the Giants. All right. 3rd and 12 coming up. All right, we got 6-16, 6-12, 6-11, 6-10, 6-09, 6-08, 6-07, 6-06, 6-05 left in the second quarter. 3rd and 12, ball at the 29. Winston pressured, gets the ball out quickly, and Singletary has some room. He's going to pick up the first down after breaking a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and he picks up nearly 15 yards, and this Giants offensive drive will continue. Who was that? Edgerrin Cooper, man. Edgerrin, I'm going to give him a break because he barely ever misses a tackle. He's missed a couple more this season than he did last year. Damn, dude. That could have been a great freaking play for this defense. 1st and 10, ball at the 50. And a run up the middle, and that'll pick up 5 yards down to the 45 of Green Bay. Quick throw, gets it out, and that's a first down to the 38. Clock is now going to be under 4:45. Packers defense, man, now they're starting to give up chunks. That was a nice little slant route there by Hodgins. Run up the middle here, and picks up about 4, maybe 5 there. Tyrone Tracy. He's the bigger of the two backs, but doesn't always run with that kind of power that you would expect. I like that Javon Bullard, man. Once he kind of knew Tracy was going to be wrapped up, he was attacking that ball, trying to rip it out. All right, we got 2nd and 5, ball at the 32. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that left side. Quick throw, and that'll be near the line to gain. And it looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short. 3rd and 3 coming up. Winston under center, 3rd and 1, but it's about half a yard that they need. Right up the middle, QB sneak, and he gets all the way down across the 20. Literally picked up about 6 or 7 yards on the quarterback sneak. All right, ball at the 18, run to the left, and that goes nowhere. Picks up maybe 2 yards there once he fell forward. All right, we've reached the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Dang, dude. Just when you need your defense to kind of just hold the line, get that ball back so this offense can kind of get back into a rhythm or continue their rhythm, they can't. And David Bears field goal. Okay, let's check around the league here. Let's I actually haven't done that in this game. I've been so focused on the Packers here at this point. Yeah, let's do a little bit of a round the horn. All right, right now with about a minute left in the second quarter, the Titans are leading 3-0 over the Houston Texans. Falcons on top, 21-7 with 1:14 left in the game. The Panthers do have the ball in Falcons territory with about 90 seconds left in the second quarter. The Bears are up 10-3 over the Minnesota Vikings. It's not what we need. Come on, Minnesota, get it together. Come on. All right, at halftime, the Jags are up 14-6 over the Chargers. What is going on there with the Chargers, man? Come on. All right, Buccaneers are leading right now 17-14 with a little over a minute left. The Bills do have the ball at their own 8. And finally, with 1:37 left in the second, Steelers on top 7-6 over the Bengals. Right. Yeah, so nothing too surprising. I think the biggest surprise right now is the Titans actually being up by 3. All right, we're back here. Winston under center, single back in the backfield, tight end in motion. 2nd and 7 coming up. Pressure, gets it out, and he is going to be incomplete. But they're going to get the Packers for defensive pass interference, and that'll be an automatic first down, probably at the 1. So, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, Trent McDuffie just never turned around for the ball, man. All right, first and goal from the 1. Winston under center. Run to the left. And he gets taken down back at the 2. Loses about a yard there. That was Devin Singletary with a run. Trying to get the Packers on the stretch play going to the left. Edgerrin Cooper doing a great job fighting off a block. Trent McDuffie able to clean it up there. And Quay Walker was part of it, man. All three linebackers, man, doing their jobs on that one. Second and goal from the 2. 3 running backs in the backfield. And that's going to be a touchdown. Devin Singletary with his second rushing touchdown of the day. Captain, I have the Bills game center on my phone. There we go. Yeah, man, that Bills game is the Bills and Buccaneers game seems like it's going to be a wild one. It's going to be a wild second half. Now you can see the hearts if you aren't on TV. Oh, okay. Right on. Heck yeah, dude. And the extra point is good. Barely good. All right, with 1:11 left in the first half, the Giants have a 1-point lead, 14-3 over the Packers. J.J. McCarthy picked again. Come on, man. Come on, JJ. It's been rough for the Giants, man. Like, it seems like every single time JJ is coming back from an injury, he has a good game, and then he just falls off a cliff. You know, week 1, it was looking rough, but then had a incredible fourth quarter. And then was really, really bad for the next, week and a half? Then he came back, beat Detroit, had a heck of a game, and then since then it's been pretty bad. Oh, the extra point is not going to count just yet. There's a personal foul, and the kick is blocked. And just like that, the Giants, now they miss an extra point, and the game is tied. Yeah, apparently there was a personal foul on the Giants during the kick, and that moved it back 15 yards. So yeah, it looks like there was a chop block by the Giants. So they had to redo the extra point, and Koo went wide left. Like, that looked like a kick that I could probably make. I'm not gonna lie. And what I mean by make, I mean actually go wide left like he did. That looked like I kicked it. David. Woo. Breathe and then laugh again. All right. Giants kicking this one away. Caught at the 5, to the 15, to the 20, 25. Makes a man miss, and he'll get it down near the 27-yard line. All right. Jordan Love in this offense, man, they're going to have a minute 05 with 2 timeouts left to try to see if they can get into field goal range. Apparently, it is incredibly windy in this game. So that might be why you're seeing some of these kicks just go all over the place. Captain, how is Allen helping your fantasy this week with your... Oh, actually, let me check it out. I know he threw a pick from what I heard, so might need to make up for that a little bit. We got 1st and 10. Jordan in the shotgun, running back to his left. Single receiver on that left side. Ball to 28. Pressure over the middle, and he gets Romeo Doubs for a pickup of 11 and a first down. Clock is going to continue to run. Yeah, I'll check the fantasy team here in just a second. Man, dude, that left tackle there just gave up a quick pressure. Jordan with some time, throws it, and it'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Romeo Doubs again. 2nd and 10, 38 seconds. Whew. Yeah, that was pressure by Dexter Lawrence right up the middle, man. He just absolutely bodied Jordan Morgan, the starting right tackle, the former first-round pick. And Romeo is down on the ground still. And all right, he's up. Yeah, Romeo just landing face mask first. All right. Again, 2nd and 10, 38 seconds left. Jordan alone in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers bunched up on that right side. Matthew Golden in motion. Bad snap. Picks it up, throws it, and somehow... Oh, did he fumble that? I think Lucas... That might have been Lucas Musgrave. Yep, I think Lucas Musgrave just freaking fumbled the ball. So, yeah, it was a bad snap. Jordan able to somehow pick it up, get a throw off. It looked like it was going to pick up a yard or two. And, yep, that is a fumble by Lucas Musgrave. Recovered by the Giants. Man, it's been tough without Tucker Kraft, man. Looks like the boothers are reviewing this one, but I would be surprised if it's turned over. I don't think any part of his body was really on the ground. They may be looking to see whether it's an incomplete pass or if it's a fumble. I don't know. To me, it looks like he's making a football move. So it should be a fumble. That's what I think. I don't think they made a TD. Dahlia, I don't think that he had full control of that ball. Wow. They overturned. That is a. Listen, I'm not going to argue because it benefits my team, but that's a freaking fumble, man. Not going to lie to you. That looks like a fumble. All right. Well, the good news is I know the Packers check cleared today. Got that Venmo going. All right. 3rd and 10. Still got to convert a third and long. All right. Love in the shotgun. High snap. Throw. Nope. And he goes down for a sack. That'll be the Packers. Oof, man. All right. Well, the Giants are going to use a timeout, their second one, to try to get some time back. All right, I'm missing a couple things here. Sorry about that. Dahlia, I don't think he had full control. Most of you were right, Dahlia. I don't know. To me, that looked like a fumble. Captain, did the Bills make a TD or a field goal? Can't tell. I do not know, but let me see here. David, I blame Perna. He cursed Green Bay, Pitt, and Chicago in one spit. Telling you, man, Perna, that freaking wheel needs to be burned and buried 7 feet deep, man. It's caused too much pain. All right, David, Bills got a TD, not a field goal. There we go. Captain, Bills up 21-17 Bucks. Woo. And the punt is away. All right, Tampa 17-21. Buffalo, Tampa Bay in the field goal range with 6 seconds left. Dahlia, LOL, and yep. Hey, sometimes you gotta send over that check a little bit. Be like, hey, this is not That's not for anything in particular. Just have a good Christmas. Have a good Thanksgiving. Get the biggest turkey you got, and we'll move on from there. All right. Pretty good punt by Whalen, and the Giants have the ball at their own 28. 20 seconds left. They do have one timeout left. And they're just going to take a couple knees and head to the door. All right. At halftime, we are all tied up at 13-13. The Packers unable to get anything really going there just before the half. They caught a little bit of a break by not getting that almost fumble called on them. So, all right. Ooh, holding on the Bills, and I think TB gets another chance. Ooh. Let's check it out. All right, and the Buccaneers make the kick there. It is now 20-21. Bills on top by just 1 point. McLaughlin able to nail that field goal. All right, man. All right. So let's check around the league as some of these games are at halftime. All right. So Packers Giants obviously tied up at 13. The Titans would still with a 3-0 shutout lead over the Texans at halftime. Falcons up 21-10 over the Panthers at the halfway point. Bears on top 10-3 over the Vikings. With a little under 13 minutes left in the third, the Jags with the ball are up 14-6 over the Chargers. And then the Buccaneers able to kick a last-second field goal just before half to make it a 1-point deficit against the Bills. And the Steelers on top 10-6 over the Bengals at halftime. And this time it's good. There we go, man. These games are close, man. They're outside of the Falcons game. Everything is within a touchdown. Yeah, tied Giants and Packers. 3 point difference for the Titans. 7 point difference for Chicago. 8 point difference for the Jags. 1 point difference for the Bills, and then a 4 point lead for the Steelers. So yeah, that Falcons team is the only team right now that is leading by more than a touchdown. All right. So, Captain, you were asking about the fantasy team. Just from what I can tell, it is not looking good for my fantasy league right now. Even though I had that great matchup, man. All right, so Josh has 17 points for me, so he's doing pretty good. He's thrown 2 interceptions in this game. Not great. He's got 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, a buck 55. All right, DeAndre Swift, not having a great game. Just 3.4 yards. 3.5 points per game. Rico Dowdle, just 2.5 points. Lad McConkey, 3.3 points, and Orende Gadsden, just 2.3 points, man. So once again, not great. Not great. Captain, did you check fantasy? I did, my man. So yeah, right now I am up by 13 points, but I have a lot of players playing right now that are underperforming. So hopefully the second half is a lot better for everybody, including the Packers. Captain, and Packer Nation, what's up? The wind is brutal in this game. Yeah, they were showing the sidelines there. I think they have like some like tarps on the sidelines, and those things look like honestly, it looks like if you grab onto them, you might be able to just fly out of the stadium. They're blowing so hard. All right, Steve, come on, Falcons, don't lose this match. I know you're joking in these moments, but GD for once. Let's hold on. And Steve, what is that? There we go. Oh, you fixed it. There we go. Hey, see, helping each other out. Helping each other out. Trying to see here. Any news on Josh Jacobs coming back? Hmm. No update there. I would be surprised if we don't get like a little mini update just before, just when we come back there. All right, so we got a little bit of time. We talked about the offenses in this game, or at least in terms of their stats coming into this game. Now let's talk about these defenses. So, defensive wise, the Packers giving up 195 yards through the air through the first 2.5 months of the NFL season. That is good for 10th in the NFL. And then giving up just 92 yards on the ground. That one kind of bumped up just a little bit after last week's loss to the Eagles. Still in the top 10, sixth overall. And in terms of turnovers, they haven't gotten a single really turnover in this game. Only 6 turnovers for the Packers defense, man. 3 interceptions, 3 fumbles. That is nearly dead last in the NFL. So far, they've only given up, coming into this game, they've only gave up 13 passes and 5 rushing touchdowns. They have given up 2 of those in this game alone. They're coming in as the 3rd best scoring defense in the NFL. And then finally, when it came to red zone defense, once the opposing offenses get inside the 20, what percentage are they giving up a touchdown? And the Packers giving up nearly 61% in the red zone, good for 18th. And then Captain Texans have a 17-year-old kicker, Thomas something. Huh? Texans have a 17-year-old. Sorry, I'm a little confused there, my man. You're gonna have to give me some info on that one, because I know Kaimi Fairbairn. There you go. I know he's hurt right now. And right now, I'm seeing that they have Matthew Wright as their kicker, who is been in the league since 2019. He is 29 years old. All right. So continuing on with the Giants, and then so right now they're giving up right up here, boom, 231 through the year. That is good for 23rd. So once again, giving up some chunk plays. They have not been a really good defense, really in any respect, which is a big reason why Brian Daboll was let go. Is not necessarily that they were giving up, the points in the fourth quarter, just giving up big chunks. That did not help. But I think the biggest thing is Daboll is kind of predicated as a guy that is supposed to be able to improve your defense, and that has not been the case, as you're going to be able to see throughout these rankings. So once again, giving up 231 through the year, 23rd in the NFL. And then on top of that, 152 yards on the ground. That is second to last in the NFL, man. They are just giving up big plays on the ground. And the fact that the Packers offensively have not been able to take advantage is something that I'm a little bit worried about, because the Packers need to be able to run the ball against this team just to be able to slow down that offense, the Giants offense, and on top of that, control the game, control the tempo. If you have the ball, you're rarely going to lose. So, and then on top of that, these two teams have something in common. They are second to last in terms of turnovers defensively. For the Giants, 4 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries. And then giving up in terms of touchdowns, they have given up 30 scores on defense, 16 through the air, 14 on the ground. That is 29th in the NFL. And then finally, once you get into the red zone against this Giants defense, they are giving up nearly 71% in the red zone. That is, once again, second to last. One of the worst red zone defenses in the NFL. And if you're the Packers, you need to get in scoring position. Especially in this game where your kicking game you're not going to be able to kick 58 yarders in this wind. It's just not going to happen. So, once again, that'll give you a little bit of a better idea of where these defenses are, why some of them are struggling to get turnovers, even though they've had a couple golden opportunities at it. So, all right, looks like the third quarter is about to go get started here, man. Let's freaking go. No, man. The Texans, the only kicker I saw that they have is Matthew Wright, and he's 29 years old. There's a kicker, but for the Longhorns, not the NFL. There we go. Thomas Townsend is their punter when he was drafted. Yeah, Tommy Townsend, yeah. Tommy Townsend is 29 years old. He was born in 1996. He was drafted by Kansas City back in 2020. It was actually the same draft that sorry, he wasn't even drafted. Came out of that year. That was the same draft that Jordan Love came out of. All right, Packers get the ball here. Get it inside the 5, get it out to the 20, 25 to the 30, and Savion Williams with a good return near the 35. Let's go. All right. Jordan under center, single back in the backfield. Play action. Hit as he throws, and that'll be incomplete. What is Matt LaFleur doing, dude? Run the ball, man. You have not been a very good offensive pass blocking line for most of the season. Now you just lost another. Looks like who is this? Is that Zach Tom? And Zach Tom is heading off the field. It looks like he picked up an injury there. So, like, run the ball. This is one of the worst run stopping defenses in the NFL. Just run the ball, please. Jordan in the shotgun by himself. 2 receivers to the right. Throws it, gets it out to Wicks. And Wicks, instead of just running for a first down, he is going to try to spin his way for more yardage. And he's going to be setting up a 3rd and 1. Like, look at this route. Just run. Pick up the first down. All right, we got 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Packers. NFL mandates that a player must be at least 3 years removed from high school graduation to be drafted. It's very true. Very, very true. All right, Jordan under center, play action. Looking down the field, he's got Christian Watson down to the 41 of New York. There we go. Nice little crossing route there towards the right sideline. If you look at that throw, man, that ball literally looked like it was going to be like perfectly thrown, and then it just starts to bend in the wind. Toss to the left. Wilson with a little bit of room, and he'll pick up 2, maybe 3 there on the toss. All right, we got 2nd and 7. Jordan alone in the shotgun. 2 tight end set. Looking. Launching it down the field. He's got a man, and Matthew Golden will get a penalty in his favor, I should say. Sorry, phrasing. And the Giants are going to pick up a pass interference, and the Packers are going to have probably a 1st and goal inside the 10 here. Yeah, that was going to be on number 24 there, Belton, just running right into the rookie. There we go. All right, we got 1st and goal, ball at the 3. Handoff up the middle, and Wilson fighting for yardage, and he's only going to pick up about a yard down to the 2. One of the weirdest tackles I've ever seen. Literally, Wilson just being pulled back by his right leg. All right, 2nd and goal for the Packers here to try to retake the lead. Jordan play action, lofting one to the right, and it's a touchdown! Wiley with a catch. That is the newest Packer tight end. They picked him up from the practice squad, and he gets his 1st touchdown of the season. Josh Wiley, let's freaking go. Yeah, it looks like he was just running a little flat route there towards the right side. Nobody went with him. Look at that, dude. Woo! All right. Extra point is up. It's not a given, and no. Wide left. And like you can tell, man, at first I was like, what is going on with these kickers? The wind is insane. That's kind of why I mentioned it early on this drive. The throw to Watson on that deep crosser to the right that picked up the first down on 3rd and 1. When Jordan threw that one, he was trying to throw it with some touch, and you could see that the ball was beginning to turn, and like you could literally see the NFL logo. That's how much it was turned by. The wind is insane in this game, so I'm gonna give these kickers a little bit of grace, especially on some of these longer kicks, because it doesn't look like the wind is. Not only is it unpredictable, it seems like it is going, just taking everything. Holy cow. Captain, is there snow on the ground at MetLife Stadium where the Giants play? Is who snow on the ground? What? I'm on the world. What in the world? And then Packers Nation, we will go for 2-point conversions if we score again. I think so, man. It's not the kicker, it's the wind. I agree, man. Like I think even if McManus was here, I think like you could just see, man, the wind is just taking not only the kicks but the throws too, man. That's why you're kind of seeing, if you're seeing like the way Winston and Jordan have been trying to throw the ball, especially on shorter routes, they're kind of having to like just drill it, man. They have, because they know that if they don't, that wind is gonna just kind of take that ball a little bit off. And like Jordan and Winston, man, they have strong arms. They don't really need to put a whole lot of power into their throws for it to travel, but to be able to make sure that that wind does not have much of an effect, they're going to have to just really be stepping into these throws. Right now, I think the Packers have the benefit. I think they have some. I think some of the wind is kind of to their back in the third quarter. But man, Dahlia, it looks so crazy. Like someone is hitting the ball with their invisible Nerf components. Yeah, it's wild, man. Koo is even having a hard time. Yep, 100%, man. All right, caught at the 6. And going to be returned across the 25 down near the 27. All right, we got 1st and 10. Winston under center. Tight end, full running back in the backfield. It's going to be a run up the middle. And, oh, Devontae Wyatt able to stop him after a 3-yard gain. He does slam him to the ground. Is that going to be a penalty? And right now it is not. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Ball just shy of the 30. Right at the 29. Winston under center. Single back in the backfield. Another handoff. He's got some room. He's going to get a 1st down and picks up exactly 7 yards. And that'll move the chains. We're closing in on 10:15 left in the third. Packers up by 6. It's going to be a run, and this one goes nowhere. 3rd and 1. And the Packers defense holding. I thought they got a 1st down, but apparently they said that Tyrone Tracy last run, he was about a yard shy. All right, Giants staying on the field on 4th and 1. Looks like it's going to be a direct snap to the running back. Going right up the middle, and he's... Oh, wait. And I think he might have gotten the 1st down. I mean, he barely got it, man. He barely got it. It was initially going to be stopped, but the pile just kept inching closer and closer and closer. So, yeah, it was a direct snap to the running back. Winston went wide to the right there, playing basically the receiver. And Devin Singletary able to just get enough. Gain of about 2 on 4th and 1. 1st and 10. Ball at the 38. And nearly brought down for a loss, but we'll pick up about 4 across the 40 down to the 42. Hardman lost the ball on a punt return. Ooh. Oh, boy. Well, McCole Hardman having some ups and some downs there today. It's kind of the life of a returner here. Sorry, let me move the ball here. Bam, there we go. 2nd and 6. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got some time, throws it underneath, and that ball, I think, hit the ground. No, really? That is close, man. And it looks like Matt LaFleur is going to challenge that one. Or maybe not. And he does. Update football, I kind of think the win. I'm trying. I'm every time I try to put it by the Giants, it just keeps moving closer and closer to the right, man. Come on. All right. I think that's the best I can do right here. No, I'm kidding. All right. Bam. Boom. There we go. Also, David, that was hilarious. I like that. Blame it on the wind. Blame it on the wind. Flag that catch. The ball 100% touch the ground. So the rule with that one is the ball can touch the ground, but if the receiver has control of it, then it's still considered a catch. And that's going to be the interesting thing. Did the ball stop? Did the ground stop the ball from moving, and that's why he was able to hold on to it? Or did it move before or during when the ball hit the ground? Like, that's the thing. It's going to be interesting. I think it's close. I think it's very, very close. I don't think it's a given that's going to be an incomplete pass, but it's very, very close. LOL. Steve, I swear Falcons, just come on. Oh, yeah. Let's check around the league. Some of these games are well into their third quarter. All right. Midway through the third quarter, the Texans have taken the lead, and they are up 7-6 over the Titans, and they have the ball. And the Panthers, looks like they scored a touchdown or maybe a couple field goals. They are now down just 16-21. Falcons have the ball, but it's fourth down. Bears have extended their lead. They're up 13-3 over the Vikings. Jaguars have extended their lead. They're up 21-6 over the Chargers, heading into the fourth quarter. And nearly midway through the third, the Buccaneers are still trailing 20-21 to the Bills. They do have the ball inside the Bills' 10-yard line. And right now, the Steelers have a 1-point lead over the Bengals, 10-9, with 5:13 left in the third quarter. All right. Good news, that is going to be an incomplete pass, so 3rd and 6 coming up instead of 3rd and 3. And Matt LaFleur wins that challenge. Bills running the clock and haven't scored yet. Come on. Josh better run for a touchdown here. All right, 3rd and 6, ball at the 42. Packers showing pressure. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that left side. Packers giving up a lot of space underneath here. It's going to be a run, and he gets upended after just a gain of 3. 4th and 3 coming up. Evan Williams with a great, basically right at the snap, just knifing into the backfield. That is a heck of a tackle, one-on-one. Fighting off a blocker and bringing down Singletary for a short gain. It's 4th and 3. The Giants are going for it. I would too. I mean, there's probably no chance of you making the playoffs, so yeah. Winston running, and it's going to be caught down the field at the 42. First down, Giants. Pressure, unable to get there. Winston doing a great job of just moving in the pocket. And he finds his receiver down the field there. Yeah, that was Keyshawn just getting beat on that one. First and 10. So far, the Giants 2 for 2 on fourth downs on this drive. Try to run it up the middle, and Tracy picks up about 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 coming up. Bucks touchdown. There we go. We see Dahlia seal the ground. Helped him get full control. That's fair. That's fair. And we got Quay Walker down on one knee, getting help from the trainer. Looks like he might be favoring that left arm. Captain, Bucks TD. There we go. Bucks probably taking the lead with that touchdown. Oh, they're showing the highlight here. Another run. Oh, Sean Tucker with his second rushing touchdown. And they are up 26-21 right now. Maybe before the extra point. I don't know. Dahlia, I'm 3 for 3 cams today. I think watching 5 games a week for the last 2 seasons has finally helped. Let's go. So it's all about reps, man. It's all about reps. Captain, 26, 21, 7 minutes till the 4th. There we go. W in the chats. All right. Well, Quay is heading towards the sideline. It looks like Aaron Mosby is going to be... Oh, Tyron Hopper. Sorry. Tyron Hopper coming in for the injured Quay Walker. 2nd and 9. Play action. Winston with some time, and he finds a wide open receiver down to the 28, and that is Jalen Hyatt, the former Tennessee standout. He has had a mostly down career. He has been struggling to find time on the field, but obviously with all the injuries that they have sustained this season, he has been being used more and more, and right now he is having a freaking game, finding the soft zone in this coverage. 1st and 10, ball at the 28. Handoff, bouncing it to the left. He's got some room, and he'll pick up about 6 or 7 yards. Tyrone Tracy with a nice run. Steve, wow, the Chargers get a blowout win against the Steelers last week. Now they take a blowout loss to the Jags. It's not looking good for the Chargers, man. David, Steve, your caps lock got stuck again. All right, 2nd and 3, ball at the 21. Run to the right, and it'll be a first down. Then you can tell that this Packers defense starting to wear out just a little bit. They're giving them some good yardage on the ground on this drive. This has been a long freaking drive. Steve, David, what is that? There we go. The sequel. All right, we got 1st and 10. Winston under center, single receiver to the right. Run up the middle, and McDuffie, the first man to meet him, and he'll pick up 4 yards inside the 15. And remember, the Packers have the 18th ranked red zone defense in the NFL. Another play action. Keyshawn coming from the blitz. And he brings down Devin Singletary for just a gain of 1, maybe 2. Oh, Keyshawn getting in the face of a couple Giants players. Calm down, Keyshawn, man. You made a good play. Don't get a penalty. All right, 3rd and 6 coming up here. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right. Packers send a blitz, gets it out to his running back. He's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. And we got 4th and 2 coming up. They're saying 4th and 3, but it seems like it's like closer to 4th and 2. All right, Giants 2 for 2 on 4th down. This is their 3rd time going for it. Ball exactly at the 10. Winston in the shotgun. Looks. Pressure. Stepping up. Micah Parsons brings him down. And McDuffie and 96 able to bring him down on 4th down. And the Giants get nothing on this drive. The Giants were like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, still shame on you. Fool me 3 times, can't fool me again. George Bush, anybody? If you know, you know. All right, man. Packers offense getting the ball back here, deep in their own territory, but hopefully they can get another drive going here. The way that this game is going, I think if the Packers can get a nice long drive here, or heck, even just I don't care if it's a 1-play touchdown drive. I think if they can score again, there's going to be a really good chance that is going to be enough to win this game. David, fool me twice. Strike 3. Office reference. There we go. Is that a Michael Scott quote? Either way, it's a win-win-win. Let's look around here. Texans have extended their lead. They're up 10-6 over the Titans with about 1:30 left in the 3rd. They do have the ball. Looks like the Panthers were able to tack on a field goal. They're now just down 19-21 with less than a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Bears scored a touchdown. Kicked another field goal, sorry. They're up 16-3 with under 2 minutes left. They do have the ball as well. Actually, no, never mind. Sorry. The Vikings have the ball now. There we go. All right, finally, Jags winning 28-6 over the Chargers with 11 minutes left. Hopefully the Chargers can tack on a couple garbage scores before the game ends. Bills tack on a field goal. They're now just down 24-26. They got about 5 minutes left in the 3rd. Jordan under center, hands it off to Wilson, and he gets it across the 20 down to the 22, and that's going to be a nice gain of 5, maybe 6 for the Packers. And Steelers able to tack on a few more points. They're up 13-9 over the Bengals with 30 seconds left in the third. All right, Jordan in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that right side. Wicks in motion. Delays the handoff, and Wilson with some tough running. He'll get it down to the 25, and that's a gain of about 3. And we're under a minute left in the third. Let me see here. We got 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. If you want to sync up this game with us. 3rd and 2 coming up. Single receiver to the left. Jordan in the shotgun, running back to his left. Takes the snap. Deep throw to the right. He's got man. And in and out of the hands of Christian Watson. Christian had a step on him, but I think the wind might have had a little bit of an effect on that one. All right, Packers going to punt it away with 29 seconds left in the third. Waylon's kick is away. Holy cow, this thing is flying back. Woo! And that's going to be from the 15, the initial spot. That is a heck of a boot by Daniel Whelan. Might have gotten a little bit of help from the wind. So unfortunately, the Packers offense not able to stay on the field long enough. Because that defense was on the field for a long time before they were able to get that turnover on downs. 1st and 10, quick throw, gets it out, and it'll get it down near the 26. Wan'Dale Robinson picks up 6 yards. David, okay, I got to get ready to leave. I will be back for Sunday night at some point. All good, my man. Have fun at the family get-together. Hopefully there's plenty of food and just some good times, man. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate you, brother. All right, that'll be the final play of the third. We head to the fourth. Packers on top by just 6. Yeah, a lot of these games are heading into the fourth here. Texans up by 4 at the end of 3. The Panthers had the ball down by 2 with 8 seconds left in the third. Chicago with a 13-point lead heading into the fourth. And the Jaguars up 35-6 with 11 minutes left, man. They are just absolutely smacking the Chargers right now. Steelers were able to tack on some more points. They got a touchdown. They were up 20-9 with less than 30 seconds left in the third. And finally, the Buccaneers with a 2-point lead over the Bills have the ball with about 4:05 left in the third. Imagine the win helps the kicker make a 75-yard field goal for this year. I gotta lie, that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, because I'm trying to think, what is the NFL record right now? It stands at 67 or 68. I know Cam Little just broke it a couple weeks ago. Longest kick in the NFL was 68 yards by Cam Little, and it happened this month, early this month. Yeah, the list of kickers, man, that have been able to make kicks from 61 or higher, man. It's not a long, long list. 2nd and 5, ball to 20, quick throw, and it's incomplete. Trent McDuffie running into Javon Bullard, who had the ball in his hands. And you can tell, man, Trent McDuffie is just, he is absolutely beside himself, man. He's looking at Bullard and saying, "I am so sorry." Packers nearly with their 4th interception of the season, only their 7th turnover. 3rd and 5, Packers showing pressure. They send 4, get it out on the screen. He got the first down to the 30, to the 35, and still running across the 40. And that's a big run for the Giants. All right, 1st and 10 from the 40. Hands it off. And it's going to pick up about 5 yards down to the 45. The Packers defensive line now starting to give up some yardage on the ground. Seastrom, well, Packers are up. We'll take it, man. We shall take it. This Packers defense just needs a single turnover, man. If they can do that, that'll be huge. All right, Winston under center, single back in the backfield. Another run, cutting it to the right side. He'll pick up a first, and it's going to be in Packers territory down near the 47. Tyrone Tracy running tough with that. All right, Winston under center, tight end, running back in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, looking, throwing it deep down the middle, and it's going to be in and out of the hands of another Packer defender, Keyshawn Nixon, unable to haul that one in. Can you please just hold on to the ball? Please. It hits you in the hands, you catch it. Come on, man. That is the Packers' 3rd or 4th chance at a clear interception, and Keyshawn Nixon, man, just T-Rex arming that one. Come on, man. I mean, Jameis is giving it to you, man. He's giving it turnovers, man. He's opened up the bakery. You're not taking them. Come on. 2nd and 10. He's going to be running behind the rush there, and he will pick up about 4 yards down to the 44 of Green Bay. So 3rd and 6 coming up. Steve at 35-6 is crazy. Chargers. Falcons, come on. You will not lose the game, right? Right? Falcons like, maybe. All right, 3rd and 7. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right. Pressure not getting to him. And he's got his man, that is the tight end, down near the 31. First down for the Giants. It's not looking good. Not looking good for this defense right now. Roydy, delayed handoff up the middle, and he's able to squeak by for a 2-yard gain. Bills just responded with a 2 and a TD after the halftime. 31-26 Bills. There we go. 2nd and 8. Handoff up the middle, cutting it to the right. He's picking up some decent yardage, and that'll be a gain of nearly 5 yards. 3rd and 3 coming up. Packers defense, man, they're giving up chunks. All right, 3rd and 2, ball at the 23. End around coming. It's got a first down and gets it inside the 20 down near the 17. There is a late flag. Might be on the Packers. Hopefully not. Holding on the offense, and that'll move them back. Packers catching a break there. All right, 3rd and 13, ball at the 33. Winston in the shotgun, running out of time. He finds a man over the middle, and that's going to pick up almost what they needed, picking up 11 yards. 4th and 2 coming up, and I expect the Giants to go for this one without question. Theo Johnson, man, he has just been absolutely taking it to the Packers on this drive. Once again, the Packers pass rush just unable to get there in time. Fourth and 2. It's crazy that the Packers defense has already given up more points to the Giants than they did to the Eagles in this game. 4th and 2. Winston looking, throws, and it's going to be a first down inside the 10. 1st and goal for the Giants. Absolutely horrendous. Winston hands it off up the middle, and this one goes for a gain of about 2, maybe 3, but there is going to be a flag, and I think this is going to be on the Packers here. Captain, this coming Thursday, you will notice no Michael Hoset is because he got ankle. Oh, dang. That's not good. Oh, Kobe Wooden grabbing a full handful of that face mask. So that'll be another first down inside the 5, likely. Going to be a half a distance to the goal. And it looks like this Packers defense is going to be giving up a score here at some point. Hopefully just a field goal. All right. Winston up the middle and Singletary. Is he going to make it 3 touchdowns? And no. He picks up 3 and they're going to be right at the 1. And Winston keeping this one. Actually, no, sorry, not Winston. Oh, yeah, it is Jameis. Sorry. And he's got in to the end zone. And if I'm the Giants, I am going for 2. To try to make sure you get the lead here. Extra point is up, and it is good. And right now, that has been the difference right now. The Giants have been able to make their extra points, while the Packers have not. Midway through the fourth quarter, 7:22 left, and the Giants have a 1-point lead over the Packers. All right, let's look around the league. Hopefully, some other teams are having more success than the Packers right now. Unfreaking believable, man. Packers are losing to one of the worst teams in the NFL with their backup quarterback. All right, Texans up 13-6 over the Titans with just under 10 minutes left in that game. Panthers with the ball with 10:21. They have the ball at their own 18. They're down by 2. The Vikings able to finally score something. They are now just down 16-10 to the Chicago Bears with 8:08 left. Hopefully, McCarthy can give us one more fourth quarter comeback against Chicago, just like he did in week 1. Packers need help. Chargers with the ball. They're still down 29 points here with about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Bills have a 5-point lead with 13:35 left in that game. And finally, with just over 12 minutes left, the Bengals are down 11 points, and they do have the ball at Pittsburgh's 24. Bills in the fourth. Let's see if they can Going to stop Tampa. And then Captain Bucks get a field goal. There you go. Kick is away, and it's going to be downed in the end zone. Green Bay will get the ball in some decent field position here. Love, play action, gets it out to Emmanuel Wilson. He gets it across the 40, and he's going to be about a yard shy of the first. 2nd and 1 coming up. Seastrom, busy working on paperwork right now, but we should definitely talk college football tonight at the late game slot. Hey, I'm down. During that kind of that 1 hour gap, I'm gonna try to look up some college scores so we can we have a baseline where we can start. Run up the middle. Wilson picks up the first down, gets it down near the 47. All right, this is what I want to see, man. This is what I want to see. The Packers need to eat up clock, get the ball down the field, score a touchdown. I don't trust field goals right now. I'm sorry, but I do not trust the field goals. All right, 1st and 10. Play action. Jordan throws as he gets hit, and Romeo dropping another pass. This one was a little bit more difficult. I'll give him that. But come on, dude. You got to hold on to it. That's also the 2nd time Romeo has landed with his face on the turf. 2nd and 10. Jordan throwing it deep down the field. Why? What have we... I know he's probably looking for a penalty. I understand that. What in this game has shown that we can throw the deep ball? What? Oh, man. Sometimes they get me hot, man. I'm just like, come on, man. 3rd and 10, ball at the 47. Love dropping back, trying to find somebody. Not getting anybody. He's just going to throw it down the field. Hope for a prayer. He gets it. Oh, my goodness. It's the rookie, Savion Williams, catching it down near the 21. 1st down, Green Bay. Woo, look at those late hands. Late hands. Didn't just pop him up there. He waited until the last second to jump and go get it. That's a heck of a play by the man out of TCU. Let's freaking go. How much time is left? We got 5:12, 5:11, 5:10, 5:09, 5:08, 5:07 left in the game. 1st and 10, ball at the 20, handoff to Wilson. He's going to bounce it to the 15, to the 20, inside the 10, down to the 6. But we do have a flag. Please let it be on the Giants. Please. Nope. It's on the Packers, holding. Just doing what they've done all season long, and that is just beating themselves at every possible opportunity. And that's going to be on the tight end. I believe that is Fitzpatrick. No, that's Wiley with the hold. See, Strum, some wild stuff happened. Yep, I believe it. You may want to check the Bills' score because they're not 5 ahead no more. Oh, boy. All right. 1st and 20, ball at the 30. Jordan by himself in the shotgun. He's going to take off. Nope. He finds Romeo Doubs to the 20. Breaks a tackle. And we'll get it down near the 17, maybe the 18. What the heck just happened? The Buccaneers are up 32-31 over the Bills with 12:37 left in that game. The Bills do have the ball. Unless there's a delay, that's what I have right now on my screen. That is wild, dude. That is absolutely freaking wild. All right. 2nd and 8. And the Packers are going to use a timeout here. 4:07 left in the game. Yeah, the Buccaneers with a 1-point lead. How much time left in the first? Don't tell me it was picked. Okay, not picked. Nope. No. Steve, really? Green Bay, New York by new coach? Seriously? Well, it's that, it's the new coach bump, It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. It works almost for everybody. All right. Okay, I didn't realize the Chargers were getting blown out. Not good for my picks, but at least the rest of the games are either close or my pick. Yep. Heck yeah, man. Plus, with this, the way the league has been, man, I think everybody deserves a one mulligan, in my opinion. All right, Texans up 13-6 with 5:36 left in that game. Falcons with the ball have a 2-point lead midway through the 4th quarter. Bears are up by 6 with under 5:30 left. They do have the ball. Chargers have the ball. They're down by 29 with 3 minutes left. Bills have the ball with 11:17. They're down by 1. And then finally, Bengals tacking on some points. They are now just trailing by 8 points with 9:41 left in the 4th. Captain, you're right. It's Bills ball. Yep. At least right now. They do have the ball. It's 1st and 10 at the 27 of Tampa. I'm usually, especially with the updates, I might be like a 1 or 2 plays behind. But typically, they'll be around there. All right, we're back here. 2nd and 7, 4:07 left in the game. Jordan able to hold on to that wild snap. And it's a catch! Christian Watson with an incredible catch in triple coverage. A back shoulder catch in the end zone, and the Packers have the lead. If I'm them, what do, man? You're up by 5. If you try the extra point and you get it, you're only up by 6. If you don't get it, I say you go for 2, man. Trust your team and try to take a 7-point lead. And they're going for two. They're going for two. Oh, boy. This better be a great play, please. Jordan in the shotgun, running back to his left. Sorry. Yep, to his left. Looking. Dumps it. Oh, got it. Oh, that is Emmanuel Wilson. I almost said Romeo Dobbs, but that is Emmanuel Wilson catching it right at the goal line. And the Packers on top 27-20 with 4:02 left in the game. That is an insane throw, an insane catch, and a great 2-point conversion. Packers scoring 8 on this drive. Let's freaking go, baby. Whew. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Sorry, guys. I'm working on a few things here on for the next game. But I will be paying attention to the chats. No problem. Just trying to make sure I get everything done before the next game starts. So we're on a commercial break. We're not missing a thing. And the Bills have scored a touchdown with 9:06 left in the game. They are now leading 37-32. There still might be the extra point to kick. So we'll see. And with 2 minutes left, the Chargers came away with no points. The Jaguars have the ball back. And they're likely just going to run out the clock with the final 2 minutes there. Panthers have the ball. They're down by 2. 5:30 left in that game. Bears have the ball. It's 4th and 5 at Minnesota's 43. They're up by 6. 3:20 left in that game. And right now the Texans are still leading by 7. Titans have the ball at their own 17, under 3 minutes. Packer Nation, that TD pass. I know, dude. That was like, as soon as I saw that ball go up, I looked down at the coverage, and all I saw were 3 Giants and a single Packer. And I'm like, what are you doing? But that was like the ball placement had to be perfect. And the way Watson able to just basically just jump up and then twist his body, adjust his body to be able to catch that one. That was an incredible freaking play. Yeah, 2 Giants right there. The ball nearly got batted away by number 38. Able to get a finger or 2 on the ball, but not good enough. Watson coming down with it. Gotta love it, baby. Allen brought that TD in. Let's freaking go, baby. Kick is away. It's going to go into the end zone, and the Giants are going to take a knee. All right, Packers D. 4:02 on the clock. Giants, with 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, have the ball at their own 35. Please, for the love of all that is football, get a turnover, man. Jameis he's giving you a couple golden opportunities. He's going to give you one more. Just take advantage of it, please. All right. The good thing is the Packers are up by 7, so. All right, Winston dropping back. Gets it, and it's going to be a quick tackle by McDuffie. Picks up 4 yards down to the 39. Woo. And we got 7 people watching. Heck yeah, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. If you're new to the channel or if this is your first time popping in, please make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe. We do as many as 5 games per week. Quick throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Keyshawn Nixon making a heck of a play. Forcing that one incomplete. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Giants. All right, 3rd and 5. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that left side. Has time, and that's going to be caught by Theo Johnson across the 50, down near the 47 of Green Bay. Goes out of bounds, stops the clock. Dang it. Come on, man. Come on. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right, hands it off to his running back, and he's going to get across the 50, down to the 40, gets a first down, keeps it going to the 35, to the 33, to the 32. And that is a massive, massive gash by this Giants running game. Packers defense not ready for it. And still just over 3 minutes left, man. Just bad tackling from about 3. Like, Evan Williams, what are you doing? Wrap up, please. I hate that I'm singling them out, but that was just horrendous, man. Imagine the Bills take the lead. Oh, no, man. That'd be wild. Pressure up the middle, gets it out to the 30, 25, and ooh, nearly a fumble there. Yeah, unfortunately for the Packers, man, their pass rush has been nearly non-existent in this game. That's been the biggest issue for them. So we got 10 seconds left before the 2-minute warning. We'll see if the Giants take a snap here. They do. And that's going to be incomplete. 1:59 left in the game. Keyshawn Nixon once again making a great play on the ball. Packers have a 7-point lead, but the Giants are within striking distance of tying this one. And we see here, Captain Allen has the most TDs in the year. And then Bills aren't letting Tampa get first downs. Hey, there we go. That Bills defense, man. They've been good in spots, man, but I still don't feel confident enough to be very secure with that Bills team, at least defensively, man. They're a little too inconsistent for my liking. But as long as they are able to hold teams to under 20, they should win most of their games, if not potentially all the rest of them. Captain, Bill's going to take a knee. I think, hey, they would take a knee. How late are we in that game? So right now I'm showing Buccaneers with the ball at their own 15, 1st and 10, 7 minutes left. I would be very surprised if the Bills start taking knees this early. Yeah, if they were up by 2 or 3 possessions, I would say sure, yeah. But not yet. Not yet. All right, we're back. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Giants. They're obviously in 4th down territory. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to pick up a first down near the 20-yard line, depending on the spot here. Once again, the Giants have all 3 of their timeouts. Clock is going to continue to run. It's now going to be under 1:35. And never mind. Okay, there we go. 1st and 10, ball at the 19. Winston in the shotgun, running back to his right. Single receiver to the left. Takes the snap. Micah Parsons nearly getting to him. And Keyshawn Nixon with an incredible freaking play on the ball. Actually, no, that might have been Javon Bullard, actually. Sorry. Let me see here. Yeah, that was Javon. Never mind. Running step by step with Wan'Dale Robinson and able to slap that ball away right at the goal line, man. That would have been a touchdown for the Giants. 2nd and 10. All right, Winston in the shotgun, running back to his left. 2 receivers on the right side. Handoff. He's got room to the 15, and he's going to be wrapped up by Edgerrin Cooper down near the 14. 3rd down coming up. Gain of about 4 or 5 there for the Giants. Clock is going to continue to run, under 60 seconds left in the game. Come on, man. We got to pick off Jameis Winston at least once. Come on. Packers showing pressure. They got 6 guys on the line. Takes the snap. Has time. Throws. And he's picked off. Intercepted. And there it is. The Packers picking it off in the end zone. Evan Williams. There it is. Woo! Let's freaking go. 36 seconds left. It looks like there was a miscommunication there. He was trying to get it to Jalen Hyatt, who has had a pretty dang good game. So Hyatt looks like he was running a corner route, but he kind of made it a skinny route. And I think Jameis was expecting him to kind of flatten that one out, kind of curve it towards the front pylon. And there you go. They just said it there. He was expecting him to cross the safety, not to try to go behind him. And Evan Williams with a heck of an interception. 36 seconds left. The Giants do have all 3 timeouts, so the Packers still need a first down to be able to salt this one away. Run by Wilson, picks up about 2, maybe 3, and the Giants will use their first. Whew. Let's freaking go. Alrighty. Another run. Wilson picking up some good yardage. He'll pick up 4, maybe 5, down to the 27. And that'll be 3rd and 3 coming up. Giants will use their second timeout here. Looks like there's 26 seconds left in this game. Dahlia, right there with you. Surprise, surprise, man. And I said it. We need to get at least one, man. He's been giving us opportunities. Finally happened, baby. Bakery is open for business, and Jameis Winston delivering turnovers late in the game. Captain Bill's running clock. That's what you got to do, man. You got to do. All right. I'm expecting a run here. Please don't try to be smart. And Jordan trying to run. He's going to drop and he's going to lose a couple yards, but keeps the clock rolling. All right, the Giants are going to get the ball back. There's 20 seconds left. There's going to be a little bit less time after the punt. All right, Daniel Whalen, who has been phenomenal all game long. Hopefully he can give us another good freaking punt here. Punt is away. It's going to be a heck of one. He's caught it at the 19. He's to the 20, 25, 30, and taken down just before the 35 there. 10 seconds left. No timeouts. Packers were in a dogfight in this one, and they are 10 seconds away from getting their first win in a while. Jacob Parsons got a penalty. Ooh, that's not good. Steve, Minnesota doing miracles again. Hate the city, but thank you, Vikings. Steve, but keep going. And you too, Falcons. See you too. Bills close to winning. There we go. 1st and 10. Winston alone in the shotgun. Looking, hit as he throws. Micah Parsons with a sack. And is it recovered by the Packers? And that's it. Regardless, it doesn't matter who recovered it. Micah Parsons hit him as he was winding up for the throw, fumbled it, and by the time somebody recovered it, there was 0 time left. The Packers are going to win 27-20. Let's freaking go. And it looked like it was recovered by Rashawn Gary anyway. Woo! Micah Parsons earning that contract, man. Let's freaking go. All right. Packers improved to 6-3-1. There's going to be a booth review. And the call stands. Never mind. And the Giants will drop to 2-9 on the year, officially with a losing record. Hold on, Dave. Before you end, could you call the rest of the Bills? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can do that, man. No problem. All right, Bills. 2:35 left in this game. Bills up 44-32. 1st and 10 for Baker Mayfield in the shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers on that right side. Ball at the 35. Baker trying to get it out. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck just happened to this thing? And it looks like the Bears got a win. And the Bears are 7-3, man. Holy freaking cow. What the heck? Keep going, New York. You aren't not that way from New England. I want to give you a thought about something. Right on, right on. And another ball batted at the line. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Buccaneers. Okay. Packer Nation, hit me, my man. Hit me. Baker dropping back, looking, finds somebody down the field across the 50, and then I believe that is Cade Otton with a first down in Bills territory down near the 44. The Bears this season remind me a lot of the Packers when they went 13-3, but didn't play like a 13-3 that year. If you remember, it was the year that the Packers kept winning barely. Not gonna lie, that seems like a couple seasons. And a deep throw, incomplete. Second down coming up for the Buccaneers. I'm trying to think, man. They win 13-3 a couple times. I think that might have been the first year with Matt LaFleur as the head coach, right? Because I remember Matt. He won 13 games in 3 consecutive seasons, right? All right, so we're on a commercial break for this game, for the Bills game here. It was the year that Rodgers and we lost to San Fran. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, man, that was... Yeah, because we lost during... it was a punt block in the playoffs, right? It was divisional round. Was that the last time? I think that was the last time the Packers went to the playoffs that year. I think they went 13-4 that year. Because I think that was a season where they played 17 games. But yes, I remember, yeah. Isn't that a good comeback from last week? Loss for the Bills. Oh, yeah. No, the Bills have looked a lot more impressive this week. Yeah. But yeah, Packer Nation, what was... Yeah, the Bears do look like that Packers team that year. I think the Bears have a better defense than the Packers did that year. And then on top of that, I think the Packers were... I think they were more consistent on offense than the Bears are. Sometimes the Bears are just... They look like a team that is really, really bad at offensive football. Granted, that hasn't looked like this in a while. But yeah, I can see that. I can for sure agree with you on that one, Packer Nation. I'm hoping that if the Bears do make the playoffs, I hope that's what happens to them. They lose right away. Sorry, Dakota. Basically, what I'm saying, cool, the Bears are 7-3, but I see them losing in the wild card by 10 or more. Oh, for sure. And that's usually what happens with young teams, especially when they make the playoffs for the first time. I agree. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about Chicago, to be honest with you. At least not until we play them. I want to see how we match up against them. All right, 2nd and 10. Baker looking, throws to the right, and it'll be incomplete, out of bounds. 3rd and 10 coming up. So it's like Baker took a low hit while he was throwing that one. So that is going to be a penalty on the Bills defense. And that'll be an automatic first down. That is the Bills' 7th penalty of the day compared to just 2 for the Buccaneers. Baker looking, hit as he throws, and it's going to be recovered by the Bills. And that'll likely be the end of it. Under 2 minutes left. Tampa with just 2 timeouts left. And they're down by 12 points. So, yeah. Yeah, he had a man open underneath, did not decide to take it, and then, yep, that's a fumble, and that's a clear recovery by the Bills. That's going to be the game, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. We had a freaking wild game. The Packers getting the win, back in the winning column. They are 6-3-1, and hopefully they can play better offensively early in the game over the next couple of weeks, because the Giants is the easiest team they're going to face for the rest of the season. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. I will catch you guys in a couple minutes for the Chiefs and Denver Broncos game. That's going to be starting up in about 12 minutes. So I'll see you then. Thank you. Shout out to you guys, man. Yeah, I'll give shout outs here on the next stream. We got a lot, but yeah, freaking wild finish over there in the Meadowlands, and a wild finish here with the Bills and the Buccaneers. So thank you so much, guys. My name is Dave, and I'm not a coach.